I am so excited to show you this. I've been working on trying to combine two of my most popular videos, Duke's mayonnaise with the bacon grease mayonnaise, and I have come up with it. The best part of it is spreadable right out of the refrigerator, unlike most of the bacon mayonnaise or Baconnaise where you have to set it out for a little while before you can use it. This will spread right out of the fridge. I'm going to show you how to do it right after this. Duke's mayonnaise is the mayonnaise of the South. There's nothing else you can buy here. If you've got anything other than Duke's in your fridge, something's wrong. The bad thing about Duke's, although it is technically keto, it contains a lot of inflammatory oils that you just don't want in your body. Particularly if you have a health issue you're fighting, or even simply for weight loss. You don't want the extra inflammation because it's going to derail or at least slow down your goals. Let's get right into this Duke's Baconnaise recipe. I'm going to gather up the ingredients and show you what you're going to need to use. Here are all the ingredients you're going to need for this Duke's Baconnaise. First and foremost, you're going to need some bacon grease, and this is the container I keep mine in. And I'll put links to everything I use in this video down below so you can check them out. You're going to need 2 eggs. These need to be at room temperature, and we're going to separate these. You're going to need white wine vinegar. You're going to need apple cider vinegar. You're going to need some yellow mustard. You're going to need some fresh squeezed lemon juice, some Redmond's real salt, or you can use Himalayan pink salt. Either one is fine. You're going to need white pepper, and you're going to need paprika. I'm going to show you all the tools we're going to use now to put this together. You're going to need a wide mouth pint mason jar with a lid. I like these plastic lids because they don't get nasty like the metal ones do, and they don't rust or anything like that. You're going to need an immersion blender. I use this Hamilton Beach one, but just a good one that has a high speed. This one has low and high. And this one's certainly optional, but to separate the egg whites from the yolks, I haven't found anything better than this. And it's also a chopper. It does like 15 or 16 different things. So I'll show you how to use that to separate the egg yolks. So what we're going to do is just take the egg, crack it, and just separate it right into here. Now what that's going to do is it's going to hold the yolk at the top, and your egg whites are going to run down into the bottom. Then you just take this top part off and put it into your container. Now, if it doesn't separate it all the way, you can do it one more time. Just dump it right back in there. Just like that. Just pour it right in. Now all the egg whites out. We'll do this one more. Just crack it right into here. We're separating these because we're going to use the egg white to make this mayonnaise so it's spreadable right out of the refrigerator. If you've made my other bacon mayonnaise recipe before, you know that you have to set it out at room temperature for a little bit in order to use it. This is going to be spreadable right out of the fridge. And there we go. Hey, if you're liking this video and you're not subscribed yet, please take a second and hit that subscribe button right down there, and there's a bell next to it. You hit that, and anytime I upload a new video, you're going to know about it. Now I'm going to add in a tablespoon of lemon juice. I'm going to start my vinegars by adding 2 teaspoons of the white wine vinegar. I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of the apple cider vinegar. Now I'm going to pour the egg yolks into the wide mouth mason jar, and I'm going to take the lemon juice and the vinegars and pour them right in on top of it, making sure not to disturb the yolks. Now I've mixed all my spices together, and I'm going to go ahead and add those into the jar, just like that, to go ahead and season this to make it taste like Duke's. And then I'm going to add my mustard in. And I didn't have the exact right spoon, so that's a little bit under, so I'm going to add a little bit more to get to the recipe specifications. Now, one thing I would recommend before we get started is change your shirt. Put on an older shirt, because one little slip up with the emulsion blender, and you might need to buy a new wardrobe. If you're wanting to redecorate your kitchen, that'd be an excellent way to do that also, because that bacon grease does not come off of the walls very well. So just be careful. It's really not that bad, as you'll see, and you're really gonna love this. Now it's time to start blending this with the immersion blender. Mix this together for about 10 seconds or so, and then we're gonna slowly start pouring in the bacon grease just a little bit at a time. Now I'm gonna speed this next part up, but I'll tell you exactly how long it took me to do this. You're gonna go nice and slow with the bacon grease to make sure it emulsifies. So just add in a little bit at a time like that. And you can see how it kind of turns white at the bottom. That means it's emulsifying. So just be patient with this. Add in a little bit at a time, just like I'm doing. And I'm going to speed up the next part, but I'll tell you exactly how long it takes. Now you're going to know when you get a good emulsification going because it's going to start turning white at the bottom and it's thickening up. So that blade is actually turning the jar. So you know at that point you're getting pretty good there, and you can start pouring that bacon grease in a little bit faster. Now you're going to know when you're done with this part of the process when it's nice and thick like this. That is your mayonnaise consistency. But we're not done, because if we finish like this, and we still got to mix it up, you can see a little bit of mustard in there still. But that's the consistency that you're looking for. And then we're going to go on to the next step, which is going to make it spreadable right out of the fridge. We're going to go ahead and pour in our egg whites. And this step is going to look a little odd because it's going to take that mayonnaise from being so thick to being really thin. I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a second. So you can see now how thin this consistency is. But the key to this is making sure that that first step is nice and thick like it's supposed to be. And once this refrigerates, it's going to come out perfectly. We're going to put this in the fridge for at least 1 hour. Now, after you take it out of the fridge, after an hour or a little longer, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be back to that perfect mayonnaise consistency, and it's going to be completely and totally spreadable right out of the fridge. I'm going to show you what it's going to look like. I'm going to take this plate and spread it right on there. Notice it spreads so easily, the plate does not move, and that is perfect, spreadable Duke's Bacon Mayonnaise. I can't wait to hear you guys' success stories making this mayonnaise. And if you like the condiments, I'm going to put a playlist right here that has all my keto condiments that I make. I'm going to show you how to make them all. And there's a whole lot more coming. I've got so many great ideas and recipes that I have. I'm excited, and I hope you are too. Thank you guys so much for watching and all the support you give me, the shares, the likes, the comments. Enjoy this mayonnaise, and I'll see you on the next video.